Hey everybody, I've had a lot of requests and comments about details on how I done the lights here in my camper, and what brands I used and everything, and how I installed them. So this is going to be a little quick video, hopefully answer all those questions for you. We went really cheap to try to get this done, and it came out really cool. The interior ones is this brand here. I don't know if you pronounce that, Lever or Lever lights. They're like $10 on Amazon, and they do not have the protective coating. They are strictly interior lights only, and they do have the 3M 300L double-sided tape on them. These I want to say we're between $15 and $20 on Amazon again, and they have 2 rolls of 16-foot each, with the controller having a splitter already hardwired to them. As a matter of fact, I only needed one side of one, and that's why you see that cut off like that. 2 16-foot rolls, all weather LED stripping, and you can see on this one right here, it does have the protective coating over them, so you can use them outdoors. The other thing that I had to do on this particular slide out here was longer than the LED strip itself with these. I don't remember how long these right here are, but I had to add some more to it. And up over here, right there it is, I had to do an end connector and then add more down to the bottom down there. These are real cheap. They're maybe $4 a bag on Amazon, and they're very simple to use. All they do is just clamp over your existing ends where you cut them off. Of course, you know, all LED light strips have, you know, every 2 to 3 lights, they got them where you can cut them to length. The only thing is, you just got to remember they have an arrow on both sides of them, and you got to make sure you put that arrow on the positive. Let me zoom in on that. I don't know if you can see it too well, but your red, your green, and your blue are actually negative, and you got a hot positive going to them all the time. So it's the ground that controls the different colors. Just double-sided tape. I cleaned the back side of the wood trim. Oop, there we go. Cleaned the back side of the wood trim and just stuck them back there all the way around to the bottom. And then on the bottom down there, I have the controller stuck to the padding that's behind there on the side of it. You can barely see it sticking out right there. And then, of course, one of the questions was, how did you get your power to the LED lightings on your slides? Well, on this Rockwood, we got the outlet right there. And actually, this cord is probably long enough to slide it in and out, but I'm still going to go ahead and unplug it and just set it up there onto the cushion before I slide it in and out, because I don't want nothing to happen to that cord. Again, the same thing with the one back there. I still got to mount that. Get some double-sided and mount it to the cushion back there, and then we'll just unplug this and tuck it right there and slide it in and out. But it worked out great having the outlets next to the slides like that. That one, I still got to finish wiring it up. You can see it's just plugged into where the TV is going to plug in, and the kid's going to have the TV right here. And I got to do it all up nice and neat. And there's a little infrared controller just hanging down. The bathroom I am not done with. I still have a lot of work on the bathroom. What I got to do is put another 110 outlet inside the cabinet there. And then, so this is going to be inside. You're not going to have all this hanging down. This is going to be inside, and I'm just going to drill a hole right there and just run this out and plug in, and then have this just kind of sticking out a little bit too, so we can change the colors. There we go. That's going to be my project for today, is to put another outlet on the inside so none of that will be exposed. Which, what I had to go through to get the outside lights, that will be nothing, thanks to rats. But that's how I done the inside. The front window that you guys seen, again, you can see it there. I got it opened up, and the only thing I done was just plugged it in right there next to the bed, and the controller's just sitting right there. And yeah, I can actually control it from the outside, even with the tinted window. But that's it for the interior ones. And now the exterior ones, what I wanted to do, to turn the underbelly lights on, you go to your step light. When I turn my step light on, it sends power to this little light, which I got taped up because it's a really bright light. And then, bam, my lights are on underneath. And what I've done, I didn't want to use the sticky tape because I'm totally afraid of the sticky tape coming undone while I'm going down the road and having that strip fall off and then getting hung up under a tire and then ripping it all off. So this goes against a lot of people because of the way I installed it, but it's such a low voltage and I don't think there's going to be having any problems. But on the Rockwood, you have that hard pipe gas line, your propane line, and I zip tied it all the way down. There's my little infrared controller hanging down. That's the only wire hanging down underneath the whole thing. And I zip tied about every 5 or 6 all the way back. And I remember telling you that the outside ones had 2 rolls of 16 foot, and in between them the controller had a splitter hardwired. Well, it worked out that the controller ended up right here where I could tap in to this light right here for the power, and then it runs all the way back to right back there where your propane connection goes for your 2-burner grill. And I got it run all the way up to and over almost just to the center of the camper there, where there it goes up to the propane bottles. There's Kevin. That's our buddy. He just showed up one day, then that was 2 years ago, and he hadn't left since. Now the outside ones, this is what I was telling you about the dual controller, and that other reel that I got in there went here, but I don't need it, so I just cut it off. I still got to tape that up, seal it up. That outlet is, I don't know why they do this, but it's a single outlet. Even though it looks like it's got the prong holes, it's just a single outlet. So I just ran behind and plugged in back there, and you can see they go up, over, and this is the outdoor strip on this one too, because of all the moisture that it's exposed to. I hear you, Kev. I know you want your breakfast. So, with all that being said, I'm not done yet. I still got to, like I said, work on the bathroom one, get that wired in right. And now the wife says, well, seeing as how I have extra, she wants to go underneath the counter right here. Well, to do that, I'm going to tap into the aisle light. Oop, wrong one. There it is, the aisle light, which turns that little light on. And I'm just going to tap into that for power and drill a hole up in here, have it come out, and just run it around, which would be a lot easier than what that ended up being, because I had mice eat up the wires to that light. And come to find out, which they also ate up the wires to that outlet and ate up the wires to the power supply to the hot water heater too. And it was just a headache, because I had to pull the microwave out to get to the relay board, had to pull the breaker board out to trace the wires, had to pull the oven out to trace the wires back down, had to pull the hot water heater out, and that's when I found all the problems. Thanks, rats. But it's all fixed now. So, but that's the quick rundown, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it's helpful to you. Like I said, these right here, the interior lights are just so simple to install. Actually, they all work except for that tracking down that problem I had with the mice. That was the hardest part. But hope y'all like it. Happy capping.